So we were talking about fairway finder. All right, so let's try to do this. Let's choke down a little bit. Let's get a little closer, right? And let's go a little more like shoulder to shoulder, kind of 3/4 type of swing where you turn your chest, okay? We've got to manage the angles of the wrist at the top there. There's too much wrist right there, okay? Do it again. Turn it up there, everything together, stay wide, boom. And you're just trying to, I want you to hit a bleeder off of the left mountain peak. Okay, again, I'm putting you in a situation where we've just got to hit it at that left mountain peak and we've got to bleed it off there. Anywhere over there is fine. The only thing we can't do is hit it that way right now, okay? And you're trying to put yourself in those positions in your range practice. You're picking flags and you're saying, all right, I'm pretending that's the mountain on 16, on 14, right? I'm going to hit it off of there and it's not going to go right if it goes anywhere.
Okay.
We're going to choke down, we're a little closer, we're going a little smoother swing with less wrists, awesome, and then you're turning your chest through and making sure this golf ball cuts. Turn, wind's hitting that right there. But again, here's the cool thing. You made a solid strike, you didn't double cross it. It came down left of your target, which we're trying to move away from, but again, it was a very positive swing, right? And it's not one that would ever get you in trouble if you're aimed correctly, right? But that to me is more of where we've got to go towards for your fairway finder. Does it make sense? And you've got to look forward to, it's really cool. Victor Hovland, one of our students, Brian Stark, spent a lot of time with him because he was at Oklahoma State for a while. And, you know, Victor, these guys, they have different shots with their driver. You know, they have the full send, which is you in your normal state of being. Full send, boom, bam, right? And then they have their fairway finders. They have their draw shots, right? And so for you, my goal is for you to develop this fairway finder where everything is just slowing down and shrinking up. And the first thing that's going to go wrong with your fairway finder, the first thing is going to be what we talked about today. The extra arms and wrists and setting at the top, right? So it's got to be more together, more kind of stiff up there, and then more of my chest turning through, right? And we're going to keep the club with us more, and we're going to come through, and you're going to hit it way more solid, and you know they're going to come out, and you're going to know what they're expected to do. You're not going to be able to see that double cross from that shot, you know. And then when you get to the hole that's wide open and there's nothing there, and you're downwind, great, go the full send, right? But most of the time in a tournament, you're probably going 80% of the time your fairway finder. Unless it's one of those days where you're like, wow, things are just aligned, I'm striping and I'm just going, right? But you're always just trying to stay one step ahead of yourself and your mistake that you might make. But just like with a wedge, you have different distance control shots. With a driver, you have a full send, you have a draw swing, and you have a fairway finder, which is going to be our fade swing, right? And I want you to begin when you're practicing. It's not just trying to pound it, trying to hit the perfect high draw. You're trying to develop these different shots, and these different shots are really the process you go through to hit them. Choking down a little, getting a little closer, being quieter with the wrists, turning my chest, boom, there's my fairway finder. Okay, all right, I just hit a bunch of wedges at the range. All right, I'm gonna go at the white flag now, and I'm gonna get my fairway finder. I know I'm gonna miss it right. Okay, choking down, little closer, quiet wrists up at the top, turn my chest, boom, and you start to develop these processes, these commands that you go through to hit those shots. Driver is much more simple. Boom, turn into my back foot and send it. Release the club as hard as I can from the top of the swing, you know? But like I said, just like you work to develop your 50, your 60, your 75-yard distance control, you need to work to develop a couple shots with the driver. One, you know what's going to happen, right? Well, this is a nice little low shot. And again, here's a challenge for you, dude. No editing here. Let's go. We're going to challenge you knowing that distance control wedge play is something that for somebody with what's going on with you and a lot of wrists and angles changing, I don't care how it's been, it's something that becomes a thing you have to be careful of, right? And you have to have the good process for this to guarantee good, consistent contact, the golf ball coming out at the speed you want it. Beautiful, beautiful. What a nice shot. The rhythm on that, spectacular, okay? Spectacular. Awesome. It came out right where you wanted. I'm picturing the shot to come out left of the flag with a little cut. It's a hard pin to get close. The only way you get close to this pin is if you back the process up more and you think about, okay, well, I got to take on a little risk now. If I want to get this thing close, I actually have to land it in between the front edge and the flag.
Yeah.
And if that's my spot, I have a chance that if I hit it a little bit short, I land into the upslope and I'm not on the green.
Yeah.
So in my opinion, you made the correct mistake. Yes, I'd love to make birdie here, but what I can't do is freaking leave this thing short and then have to chip up and then have a 4-footer, right? You've got to get this ball on the green and give yourself a putt.
Yeah.
So I would have loved to have seen it closer too, but it's just, that's a hard situation because the pin is close. But again, situations you're going to see. I know this course has the upslope. You may not have identified it. If this course had a flat approach to the green, that shot becomes way easier.
Yeah.
Now you can hit it up there short of the green on a USGA style golf course, right? And you know the thing's gonna bounce up when your greens get firmer, when your fairways get firmer, okay? But the rhythm of that swing, the club, the hands and the body moving together, loved it. I don't know how you felt about how you hit it, but it doesn't matter because again, your goal is to hit it as crappy as possible and to be able to have something good left, right?
Definitely.
Settle. Beautiful. Okay.